On this edition of City Focus, the city celebrates Public Works Week to honor the people that keep the city clean. Leadership Lounge spends a day learning about local government. Valdosta Main Street invites everyone to its pub crawl that benefits the Miracle League of Valdosta. We invite you to the opening ceremony of the People's Choice Photo Contest. And dads, get signed up for the Downtown Super Dad 5K. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus Meconico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 9th episode of City Focus in 2021. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city. The City of Valdosta's Public Works Department wants to remind citizens what items go in the bins at the recycling drop-off sites.
What we are allowed to take as recyclable material is number one, like a plastic bottle, drinking water bottle. Number two, plastic, which is like your Tide or Gain, like laundry detergent bottles. And then 5 and 7s, those are your more harder type plastics. Some of your like plastic drinking cups, some of those are 5 or 7. And number one being small, the real thin plastic, and then harder, the harder plastic being the number 7. So
they also want to make sure residents know this is not a site for bulk trash items. The city will pick up bulk items at your curbside on your normal trash day.
If you're not sure, look on the City Public Works website, and we've got everything labeled out right there of what each item, lists. And but some of the items that we're seeing are like 5-gallon buckets and just all types of crates and things like that that are not. Even though there are some things that are labeled recyclables, we only can accept 1s, 2s, 5s, and 7s.
The department also asks you not to leave garbage and plastic shopping bags in the bins because they cannot be recycled.
Once you get here, we ask that you empty all the recyclables out in one of these trailers here that we have set up. The plastic bags, we do not recycle. Those you can kind of keep and reuse, recycle in that manner, or if you get through with them, take them back home and throw them in your garbage.
For more information, contact Public Works. On May 22nd, the Azalea City Civic Club is hosting a pub crawl downtown to support the Miracle League of Valdosta.
Our 3rd annual pub crawl. All proceeds are going to the Miracle League of Valdosta. 2 years ago, COVID got us last year. 2 years ago, we raised $12,000 and donated to the Miracle League of Valdosta. This year, our goal is $15,000.
The pub crawl will allow participants to enjoy downtown while also giving back to the Miracle League. The cost of the event is $50. Tickets can be purchased online at eventbrite.com or at Georgia Beer on Saturday.
And there's going to be 9 different stops for you get a pour, some sort of beverage, and possibly an appetizer at each stop. You can go to Georgia Beer, be there around 1:30 to 2 o'clock. You can physically buy tickets, they're $50 a piece. You can go on eventbrite.com, type in Eventbrite Valdosta, and you'll see the the Azalea City Civic Club pub crawl on there. You can buy them there for $50 as well.
The Azalea City Civic Club conducts events throughout the year and raises money that goes to charities in the Valdosta area.
Just decided to make them the donations go to them for this event. We do several events a year. We kind of just pick a charity, a local charity, and give to the local charity. So Miracle League is just kind of our sweet spot for this pub crawl, and it's worked out great so far.
For more information on this event and the Azalea City Civic Club, contact Dr. Daniel Day at drdanielday@yahoo.com. During the week of May 16th, the city celebrated National Public Works Week. The employees of the Public Works Department were provided a thank you lunch for all their hard work.
I love my job. I actually turned down a job making a lot more money to come to the city. That was when I moved here 8 years ago. That was a goal of mine, was to get a job with the city to work towards my retirement.
The employees felt appreciated by city officials.
I think the city does a real good job of appreciating the employees and even the residents out there when you're out there working in the neighborhoods and stuff, to get them to come up and say, hey, you guys are doing a good job, or that's really big. That's something I've working in private sector in the military. That's something you don't see a lot of.
Phillips said that members of the department are like a family and often show how they feel about each other.
Recently, because my wife was in the hospital for a long time, and guys that reached out to me while I was off work, they didn't have to reach out to me. We're coworkers, but at the end of the day, there was a few of them that knew the situation, that reached out to me to check in on me to see how things were going. So, yeah, I definitely think that there's a sense of that, amongst, and that's part of, getting to know your fellow employees a little bit.
We thank all the employees of Public Works for all their hard work. May 26th through 28th, graduate students from the University of Georgia, along with members of the neighborhood development staff, will complete a housing survey on the south side of town.
Actually do a survey for each parcel in our neighborhoods. So generally, the last time we did this, it was a windshield survey. So we actually had people go out in teams in our neighborhoods and from their car make an assessment of the parcels in each neighborhood. Well, this year it's going to be a little different. We have a small group, and it's going to be a concentrated team effort, and we're going to actually walk the neighborhoods.
The information from the survey will help the city with their future revitalization plans.
You're going to see students and you're going to see people walking. We're all going to have things that are going to identify us as the City of Valdosta. So we'll have the reflective vests that will say City of Valdosta. We will be working in teams. If you approach any of them, they will state to you that they are working with the City of Valdosta to survey the property for 3 days. They will be coming in on the 25th. We'll be actually starting our assessments on the 26th through the 28th of May.
If not for the help of the UGA students, the city would have to pay thousands of dollars to have this survey completed.
Class that is at UGA that's going to be given during their Maymester. So they're currently in this class now that deals with housing, community housing, neighborhood revitalization, and things of that nature.
For more information, contact Neighborhood Development. Lieutenant Marcus Haynes of the Valdosta Fire Department recently was awarded the professional designation of Fire Officer by the Commission on Professional Credentialing, becoming one of only 555 fire officers worldwide.
Fire Officer designation is a branch under the CPSE, which stands for Center for Public Safety Excellence, and it falls under the CPC, which is Commission for Professional Credentialing. And basically what they do is that they have 5 designations. You have the fire officer, the chief fire officer, the fire marshal, the chief emergency medical service, and the chief training officer. And you have to hit certain components within every one of them to figure out where you.
It shows a lot about his character and his dedication to the profession, to be recognized from the Center of Public Safety Excellence, designated as a fire officer. And it shows that we have the culture in the Valdosta Fire Department of professional development.
Lieutenant Haynes completed the process on his own time in an effort to improve himself and the department.
So I wanted to do something for myself, as well as I'm doing as accreditation manager for the City of Valdosta Fire Department, to get better, because I feel if we can get better on the inside, the core of the organization, then we can provide a better service for the organization and the community.
He appreciates the praise he received from city officials, but is most proud of the example he has set for his peers.
You know, to know that that's something that you love doing, you come to work to do every day, and it was really good to see everybody come out to show the love, show support, and even moreoverly, you know, the guys, you know, as far as that I work with, some of them thinking about now are getting their fire designation, as well as chief officer, and I talked with the fire marshal about getting his. So to see that it's kind of, you know, going full circle, you know, that's what it's about. It's about helping somebody else to get to where they want to go in their professional career.
We congratulate Lieutenant Haynes on this accomplishment. Valdosta On Demand has started out strong, and the city is hoping that the students of Wiregrass Technical College will take advantage of the service. Members of the Wiregrass WIOA staff took a ride from downtown to campus to see how the service works.
Welcome to Valdosta On Demand and the great service that will connect the two. Again, people, a way to a better life. We now have the ride out there for just $2. Your new career and your new life are waiting for you with Valdosta On Demand. Simply download the app. That app will have that service pick you up before class, pick you up after class, and make, again, for a better career, better life.
Students without transportation will now have a reliable way to get to campus to complete a degree or certification from Wiregrass.
If you have the best healthcare system, or you have a great technical college that offers you that better life, if you can't get there, you actually have nothing. So this is going to drop those barriers. Valdosta On Demand is going to get you there.
An educated workforce and a better quality of life will boost the area's economic development prospects.
We opened up two very important legs beyond the city limits itself. We opened up one to Wiregrass to get you that better life, and we opened up a leg all the way out Bemis Road to Freedom Park, because again, quality of life matters as well. So with this new service comes a couple of outlets for a better life and for a better quality of life in Valdosta.
Download the Valdosta On Demand app today. After being shut down for COVID, the Stormwater Division has restarted its Build a Rain Barrel Lunch and Learns.
We are actually super excited. Normally we have about 4 a year, and we haven't actually had one since COVID started back in March of last year. So our last one was actually in like October of 2019.
The first session is larger than normal because of the wait list caused by the pause.
It's actually a little bit larger class because we have been held off for over a year. Normally we have about 12 to 15 people. This size is going to be 20, so we'll have probably 2 to 3 more classes this year of 20. We've got a lot of barrels that we've saved and we have stored up, so we got to get rid of them.
Residents are happy to have the Lunch and Learns back, and the hope is that they will use their barrels to reduce stormwater runoff.
These are very popular. We didn't realize how popular they were going to be and fun for the community, but we fill up really fast. So last year what we're doing, I was actually having one last year. We had to cancel it because of COVID, and I already had 2 workshops filled up. This will be my first one. My second workshop is filled up, but we will have 2 additional workshops depending on how many barrels we have left.
For more information, contact the Stormwater Division. Memorial Day is the unofficial start to the summer, and that means more people traveling. The Valdosta Police Department wants to remind residents of a few drive-in safety tips for those that may be traveling during the summer months.
Wear their seatbelts, slow down, put down the cell phones, don't drink and drive, even one drink. If you're gonna have drinks or whatever, use an Uber or Lyft, or call a friend, somebody who hasn't been drinking, to drive you around, because it may not be your life, it may be somebody else's.
We hope everyone has a safe and fun summer. Members of the Valdosta Government 101 class graduated after 6 weeks of meeting with city officials and learning all about local government. The group spent 6 Monday nights meeting with each department head to get a deep dive of everything that goes on with the city. After completing the course, members of the class encourages others to join the 2022 class.
Take the class, it's worth it. Every 6 weeks of it. I mean, don't miss a class. There's lots of information that, citizens don't know. They take the class, they'll be well informed.
All of it. My favorite part was the speakers from the beginning till the end. I loved it.
For more information on Government 101, contact Public Information at 229-259-3548. Government agencies and nonprofits from all over Valdosta and Lowndes County met to discuss the 2021 hurricane season. The session, held each year with a representative from the National Weather Service, is to make sure everyone is ready before a storm comes to our area.
Well, it's really important because emergency management and our success during a storm is based on the relationships and everybody working together and coordinating their efforts. So this is a great time to reinforce those points.
Ty says that these meetings should give citizens peace of mind that their local governments are doing everything they can to protect them ahead of a storm.
The Air Force Base being a good example, they were well represented. Everybody coming together and really the success of our storm response is not really related to how we do during the storm. It's all the efforts that we take before the storm.
For more information, follow EMA Lowndes on Facebook.
Black Crow Media hosted a career expo at Rainwater Conference Center to help employers fill vacant spots. The Valdosta Fire and Police Departments joined the event looking for people to join their teams.
We're here for Career Day with Black Crow Media to try to let everybody know that we are hiring, always hiring. It's a great profession, one of the best professions in the world, great pay, great benefits.
The process for applicants wanting to apply for the Fire and Police Department is to go to the city's website and fill out an application. The police department has open testing on June 3rd, 2021 at the City Hall Annex.
For me, I never wanted to be a police officer. I walked through a job fair, went through the process and got hired, and this is year number 24. If you truly want to come in and help your community and help people, there's no better place than the law enforcement field. We handle about 7,000 calls a month, so you have constant contact with the citizens, and it's really just an amazing field.
The Fire and Police Departments of Valdosta encourages applicants to apply for a lifelong and worthwhile career.
One of the best organizations in the world. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here 24 years. The camaraderie of the family we have and that we've come together, we lean on each other, even when our kids and their kids, we all talk. We're another family. You're away from your family so much, it just becomes your other family.
To find all open city.
James Turner of the Valdosta Police Department recently completed a 9-week course designed for K-9 instructors.
I just completed a 9-week course for K-9 instructor. Taught us a lot of problem-solving skills with working with dogs. Kind of got off on a rocky start, but once she began to trust me a little more, it started going good. Got a very emotional relationship almost.
Along with the training comes Eva, a new K-9 that will be a welcome addition to the department.
Very high-strung, very sporadic, wants to work. You can tell that she's very eager to please me, what I want her to do, and she's a thinker. You can see the wheels turning, and she's always trying to figure out what I want her to do. She's trying to figure out how she needs to do it.
Turner will now have the ability to train dogs as they come into the department.
That will allow me to continue working with dogs, train other dogs that's in our department. When dogs retire and we get new dogs, I can start training them once they arrive here at the department and go forward from there. The new dog came from that 9-week course. We actually got her from the New Market, Alabama place that I was training at. And once I completed the course, we are also getting her. So pretty much hand in hand was learning how to train her at the same time.
The K-9 unit has a training schedule for their dogs to keep them sharp and ready for action.
Do at least 16 hours a month just to keep the dogs refreshed. I mean, it's their skills, if you don't train them after so long, they kind of diminish, so you kind of keep up their training on a regular basis. We actually go through I believe it's an 8-week handler course when a handler starts with a dog, train them on how to handle that dog, plus a new dog will also go through an 8-week course as well.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department.
The City of Valdosta is finalizing design plans for its new downtown amphitheater and park.
Well, right now there's no centerpiece for people coming downtown where you can congregate outside. You know, we have a lot of restaurants and things like that. So this is a place to bring your children and let them play.
The park is being built on the lot adjacent to City Hall.
We'll have a walkway for walking or jogging. Then we'll have a little plaza in the center of the property for the Christmas tree celebrations. And of course, we'll have the amphitheater over there for concerts, city events, picnics, that kind of thing.
Plans are scheduled to be finalized by June 7th, with construction beginning.
On the third Thursday in May, the 2021 class of Leadership Lounge spent the first half of their day learning about the City of Valdosta and local government. They began the morning at the Withlacoochee Wastewater Treatment Plant. They learned about all the investments that the city has made into its sewer system over the years. Then they visited the Traffic Management Center to discuss traffic in the city. Next, the group learned all about permits before sitting down for a roundtable discussion that included the county and representatives from Hahira. We thank Leadership Lounge for stopping by the city. Earlier in the show, we showed you highlights of Public Works Week. The men and women of Public Works Department are the unsung heroes of the city. We thank them for all their hard work for being on the front lines of keeping Valdosta clean. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also join next door for city updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at City of Valdosta, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.